Denny Sanford is the Carnegie of this generation. From west coast of South Dakota to the east coast of South Dakota, and from north to south, he's made a difference in every kind of education that this state has to offer. His contributions allowed the med school to be completely rebuilt. His contributions to research, to making our athletic facilities great and allowing our university to prosper. He's done marvelous things for Sanford Health, and in turn, Sanford Health has done marvelous things for the state of South Dakota and USD in particular.
I know he's gone to other states as well. He's supported the University of Minnesota, from which he graduated. He's given a big gift to National University System recently, so a very generous man. Denny grew up in the Minneapolis area, attended the University of Minnesota. He lost his mother at a young age. He was a self-starter and a hard worker, became successful in business, moved into venture capital, and then a friend of his suggested he buy a little bank in South Dakota. And he built that bank into a very successful traditional commercial bank. And Denny has taken the wealth that he's generated from all his enterprises and given much of it to others.
He's very interested in making sure that kids have the best early education that they can get, and then it continues. Sanford Inspire and Harmony program, they're really about kids. And nobody really knows about those programs except the kids that get to deal with that program in the classroom. The kids who, because of dedicated teachers and because of his support, manage to learn about things that make them better citizens. And I think ultimately the world a better place. Not in the traditional sense, not in the ABC kind of sense, but in the civility sense, how people treat each other. Another important thing that Denny has supported is the Sanford Underground Research Facility.
It is the premier underground laboratory in the United States, and we're on the brink of a multi-international lab experiment that will send neutrino beams from Fermilab near Chicago underground 800 miles to the underground lab in Lead, South Dakota, to large detectors almost as big as football fields. And Denny ended up contributing $70 million, $20 million of which was committed to education. Denny has invested in education on all fronts. He's got the ability and the willingness to do things on a large scale. He always expects a good plan and execution through persistent leadership.
He establishes metrics. He asks if possible that there be some sort of match. He expands exponentially what he gives, and so it becomes even greater. It's kind of like E.F. Hutton. When Denny talks, people listen. So when he puts not only his dollars, but his effort into making something happen, everybody else tends to jump on board because they know that he has looked at it, he has vetted it, he's made sure that it made good sense.
Denny's a no-nonsense businessman, but he's also a man with heart. I can remember the time when he was looking at supporting a children's shelter in Rapid City. We came to the building that he had helped us build. And one of the little kids, he didn't even know Denny, but I don't know, something about him was appealing to this little 4-year-old or 5-year-old, and he just ran to Denny and hugged him around the knees. And Denny welled up a little bit. I could see it meant something to him. I'm aware he's given at least $1 billion, and probably considerably more than that. Denny Sanford has a great motto. It is, aspire to inspire before you expire. And Denny's goal, I think, is to die broke. And with his generosity, he's well on his way.
He has made a huge difference, not only by his investment, but by encouraging everybody else to do so and by demanding responsibility and accountability. That's the kind of impact he makes.